Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Maximus Black.
And Novabor.
And we're bringing you guys, I have no idea what league this is, but we're doing some cold casts.
Yep.
So, up here in the top right position, we have Noski Nvor.
Noskinvor.
Key. That's
Key.
his name today.
I like that. It's
And
good.
he
Good
is
name.
a red Terran, and down here in the bottom left position, we have Plague.
Plagu! You don't get that reference, do you?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, yes, this is on an old map, so unfortunately I can't do the really cool, name thing with the...
Make the noise anyway. One more time. Awesome.
All right. So here we go. It is a PVT, of course. We love to see Protoss here at Lake TV
Of
all the
course.
time.
Non-stop Protoss all the time.
And I guess before the matchup starts, D2Dgamer.com is where you upload your replays. And for those who don't know how to do it, there is a video on the channel.
Yep.
If you go in our playlist and click on the Lake TV announcements, there is a video called How to Submit Your Replays 2.0. Watch that. Don't ask me how to do it in a personal email. Don't
Nope.
ask us how to do it in the comments below. Just go to that video.
Yep. I spent lots of my own time doing that, and yeah, it should tell you absolutely everything you need to know. So before you go ahead and ask a bunch of questions, go watch it. We are working on a more elegant solution to that, submitting replays and stuff that will make it easier for you and easier for us. So keep that in mind. But for now, you do have to submit it the way we have it set up. And right now, nothing looking out of the ordinary right now.
No.
Key is doing what most Terrans do, and Plague is doing what most Protoss do.
Yep, same old same right now. Typical opening builds. I don't know what league this is in yet, but I'm sure we'll be able to tell very soon. One last thing I'm going to say before we get into this game is, guys, please, 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 please stop sending me personal emails or personal messages on YouTube about going to check out your When Cheese Fails videos. Just post them in the replays.lysaglitchtv@gmail.com. Send us an email, attach the replay. It will get looked at. It takes time, guys. There's a lot of people that want to get their games casted. We're trying to be as fair as possible. You also got to realize that it comes out once a week. I really, really do not want to block out any personal messages from YouTube, but as we grow, it's starting to become insane. So please, for the sake of my soul, don't send me any more telling me to check it out. Just put it in there. Write in something funny. Some people, it's funny because some people, when they do the emails, they write in some really funny things to get our
It's like a
attention.
story, yeah.
They're like, "Hey guys, we really want to touch you in places that you want to be touched." And we're like, "Oh, now we have to read this."
Now we have to watch that. Yeah.
So yeah,
Now we're gonna get like 800 emails to say,
that
"I
was-
want to touch you in places that you want to be touched."
probably shouldn't have done that. But anyways, that was my little spiel. We still love yous. We still
Yep.
love hearing from yous. If you guys want to, write in and give us some props or tell us things that we should improve on or anything like that, we're always cool for that. And in most part, we do message back. But as for the When Cheese Fails, you're not going to hear back from me.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope.
And here we go. Opening builds here. Getting 2 barracks up. Got the orbital command. SCV counts to probe count right now, 16 to 20. Pretty relatively close. It looks like we are going to see a 3-gate robo here from the Protoss player, and he's got a really weird patrol going on there. They're dancing.
Bob and Frank are having a dance out front right now, doing a great job.
Frank?
That's what I guess I'm just going to call
we
the
call-
first stalker is now officially called Frank.
Can we call him Steve?
Bob and Steve. Bob and Frank just sounds better.
All right. How about you guys tell us in the comments below?
What should we name? Should it be Frank or Steve? The first stalker on the field.
Yep.
But we are gonna. What I'm noticing here is that Key is getting his stim pack or gut it out soon. He's
getting it.
He's getting it.
Yep.
I think, like you said, this is an older match. I think this is pre-patch.
Yep.
Which tells me that the stim pack length hasn't been added yet, and that's why we're seeing that right now. If you're wondering, ever since that patch, I believe it got increased. I can't remember by how many. Is like 30 seconds or 30?
I couldn't tell you.
I think it's like 30 or 35 seconds or something that it got increased, and so early stim pushes have been not necessarily nerfed, but it does make it more difficult, especially at a higher level play. And so it'll be interesting to see how it works out here. And then when you go, maybe don't pay attention. If you're a lower level player, don't so much pay attention to this because it's not as much of a valid Terran play anymore because of that patch. However, some people are still making it work. just be very cautious against who you're using it and what situations you do use it in.
Yeah, and the Terran doing a really good job up here, making sure that there was no proxy pylon in behind the trees. That's a big, big mistake. What a lot of, not even just Terran players, what a lot of players do, period, when they're playing up against a Protoss, one of the most popular places to stick a proxy pylon is right there or right over here.
Yep.
And, just, touch this tower, go over here, make sure that there's nothing fishy going on here, and then work your way down there. The last thing that you want to happen as a Terran player or any player is to be going down here, pushing, and next thing you know it, you've got a 4-gate BS happening up here at your choke because you just failed to scout. And it looks like a Mac Haps.
Mac Haps. Get it right. Come on.
All right. Mac Haps happening over here. And, so not a whole lot going on.
No, but he is seeing that he has forces built up out there. He can probably assume, based on what level of gameplay this is, it looks like it's reasonably high level anyway. And he's going to see that there's probably going to be a bit of a quick stim push here. This is, it is running a little bit late. His stim has been done for a while now. But he's just going to go up and poke his head around, see what the overall mid-game, what the mid-game transition is looking like for Key. I noticed a very quick Robo Bay got pushed out here for Plague, and so I have to, there's the first Colossi. This is a really quick Colossi, and interesting that, he's got a couple of Immortal. I don't know if he, saw the Marauder. I'm like losing my mind. After that hour and 8 minute long cast, my brain is fried. If you haven't seen that, don't watch it.
Come on.
Okay, watch it several times. I'm very interested to see or know why he chose to do that instead of just rushing more for that Colossi. But we are seeing a bunker go down here, and maybe he's going to see if he can contain. But that's a lot of Marauder.
Yeah, it's a lot of Marauder, but those Marauders aren't going to do jack diddly squat.
There's two Immortal and a Colossi in that group.
Yeah, you're going to fail horribly.
Yeah.
And a lot of Terran players make the mistake of attacking the Colossus by itself. So we're going to see if that's going to... Why? Oh, no! You just fail.
Well, it was kind of a fail on that Colossi placement. However, the Zealots has stopped the advancement, got the force field behind to trap him in there. All those units are gone, and I can't wait to see how fast Plague turns this around and counters.
Yeah, no, this game is probably going to be over very soon. All he needs to do right now is expand and attack.
He needs to bring a probe with him, put down a proxy pylon for this push to make it work. Unfortunately for Key, he still had what seems to be, unless I wasn't paying attention to the minimap, he had his guys ping down there, and he got picked off, unfortunately. Still going all Marauder. Pretty good to stop, maybe try and hold this off for a bit. There's the proxy pylon, is going down indeed, thankfully. Another Colossi out on the field, and a couple more Zealots. Very good move. Zealots up front to handle the Marauders. Colossi and Immortal in back to rip them to pieces. This is going to be very difficult now for Key to get out of.
I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but I'm starting to use the arrows when I'm doing
I was
going to
suggest it earlier. We had somebody say that we either need to use the middle mouse wheel or use the arrows because people are going to have like an aneurysm or a seizure if they keep watching map scroll.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to promise that it's always going to be like this because it's kind of force a habit, but I'm going to slowly start.
We're working it in.
We're trying to become as professional as possible, but we want to stay unprofessional.
We have the technology. We can use the arrow keys.
Oh.
And here comes a massive,
sour about those four Marauders getting caught
ball.
out in the hell out here. These Zealots are now going to rip them. That force field kind of slowing them down a little bit, taking a little bit of damage from those Zealots getting picked off. But all he needs to do right now is get an observer up here at the choke to see up top, or you can just run your units in like that if you're a Baus.
What he's doing, he's already pre-force fielding to make sure those units can't get out and escape, making sure that he can get in there and do the maximum amount of damage. Very nice. Unfortunately, he's going to have to wait until those force fields drop down before his Zealots can get in. There they go. And now they're free to do as much damage as they want. This is going to be pretty much a GG because that proxy pylon will continue to bring in reinforcements. As we are seeing right now, even the probe getting in there. I'm liking this camera work, Mr. Black. This is very nice. This is very nice, very cinematic. I'm loving it. There's that probe in there getting the job done. He's in there for moral support at this point, and
Rage Quit.
Rage Quit coming from Key.
Poor little Terran. Oh, poor little Terran. Protoss is so OP.
Oh, Death Ball.
Sour
about getting your butt handed to you. But ladies and gentlemen, it's a pretty good match.
Yeah, it was all right.
It wasn't great. Nothing special.
No.
Interesting build from Plague on that one. Somebody's bound to tell me in the comments now that this is an incredibly standard thing to build 2 Immortal before Colossi come out. But when I'm thinking this, I'm thinking if you're going to go Colossi that quick, you're probably better off just going straight for that Colossi. Maybe upgrade Thermal Lance quicker.
Yep.
Save your gas for that upgrade. Because we did see that the Colossi did get in trouble there against those Marauders because they didn't have Thermal Lance.
Yeah, well, you need to keep them in behind because those Marauders are going to tear a strip through that Colossi,
Absolutely.
and you really need to watch it. That's why getting that upgrade is so important. But anyways, don't want to drag this on too long.
Nope, let's move on.
Comment, rate, make sure you are a subscriber to our channel because we are so awesome and we are going to take over the world.
Where are we starting? What country are we going to first?
China.
I vote Sweden.
Sweden it is.
There's beer and blonde women.
Let's do it. All right, guys. Well, we're going to Sweden to take over. We will be back. This is Maximus Black from Canuckville, Canada.
Oh, you're biting my lines now.
Hey,
And Nova War.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.